Have you ever finally met someone you were so nervous about and then your mind went completely blank? That happened to Yuki. In my shorts, you've seen her freeze at the cafe, get lost asking for directions, panic when May talked too fast. But today is different. Today, Yuki finally found May in the park, and she had no idea what to say. So I'm going to show you the 10 phrases that saved her. We'll practice them together, out loud. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say when your mind goes blank. Let's start. Yuki walked for 30 minutes. She got lost twice. She almost turned back, but she found May under a tree, two coffees on the bench. May was waving, and Yuki's brain went quiet. She knew this feeling. She'd felt it on the train, at the cafe, every time someone spoke and waited. The words were somewhere inside her, but getting them out, that was the hard part. So here's what Yuki learned that day. She didn't need to be perfect. She just needed to start. And starting, that's what we practice today. Here's how this works. I'll say a phrase slowly, clearly, then I'll give you 3 seconds. You say it out loud, not in your head, out loud. Your mouth needs to practice, not just your brain. Some of you are shy, I know, but no one can hear you right now. It's just you and me. So let's practice together. Ready? Phrase 1. I'm so glad I found you. One more time. I'm so glad I found you. This is honest. This is warm. And after Yuki's long walk, it was completely true. Phrase 2. Sorry I'm late. I got a little lost. Again. Sorry I'm late. I got a little lost. You don't need a big explanation. This phrase is enough. It's honest and friendly. Phrase 3. Thank you for waiting for me. One more time. Thank you for waiting for me. This phrase shows gratitude. It's gentle. It warms the conversation immediately. Phrase 4. This is a really nice spot. Again, this is a really nice spot. When you don't know what to say, talk about the place, the weather, the moment. It gives you time. It feels natural. Phrase 5. How long have you been here? One more time. How long have you been here? A question is a gift in a conversation. It moves the focus to the other person. It gives you a moment to breathe. Let's say all 5 together now. Fast review. I'm so glad I found you. Sorry I'm late. I got a little lost. Thank you for waiting for me. This is a really nice spot. How long have you been here? 5 phrases. That's enough to start any conversation with any person in any place. Yuki used all 5 of them. Now, the conversation has started, but here's where most learners panic. Because what happens after hello? What happens when the other person talks and you need to respond and nothing comes? This is the part nobody practices, and it's the part Yuki needed most. Let me show you exactly what to say. Keeping a conversation going is a skill, not a talent, a skill, which means you can learn it. Here are 5 phrases that keep conversation moving even when you're not sure what to say next. Phrase 6. That's really interesting. Tell me more. Again, that's really interesting. Tell me more. This phrase does 2 things. It shows you're listening, and it invites the other person to keep talking. Both people feel good. Phrase 7. How did that make you feel? One more time. How did that make you feel? This is a powerful question. It moves from facts to feelings. Conversations become real when they reach feelings. Phrase 8. I know exactly what you mean. Again, I know exactly what you mean. You say this when the other person shares something you understand. It creates connection. It says, you are not alone in that feeling. Phrase 9. What do you usually do on the weekends? One more time. What do you usually do on the weekends? When silence starts to grow, use a question like this. It's easy, it's friendly, and almost everyone has an answer. Phrase 10, our last one. I've never thought about it that way before. Again, I've never thought about it that way before. This phrase is for when someone says something surprising. It's honest, it's kind, and it shows you were really listening. Now let's say all 10 phrases together from the beginning. I'm so glad I found you. Sorry I'm late. I got a little lost. Thank you for waiting for me. This is a really nice spot. How long have you been here? That's really interesting. Tell me more. How did that make you feel? I know exactly what you mean. What do you usually do on the weekends? I've never thought about it that way before. 10 phrases for starting, for listening, for connecting. Now, let's watch Yuki use them.
Yuki, you made it! I was starting to get worried. I'm so glad I found you. Sorry I'm late, I got a little lost. Oh no, are you okay? Was it far? A little, but it's okay. Thank you for waiting for me. Of course, I wasn't going anywhere. This is a really nice spot. I come here a lot, it's quiet. I like quiet. Me too. How long have you been here? About 20 minutes? Of course. Yuki, how are you finding it here? Australia, I mean. Is it very different from Japan? Yes, very different. The way people talk, and they use words I don't always know. But I'm getting used to it. That must be hard. It is, but it's also interesting. I learn something new every day. That's such a good way to think about it. I came from Taiwan 2 years ago. It was the same for me. What do you usually do on weekends? Before today, I mean. I study. I watch videos to practice English. Sometimes I go for a walk, but alone. I understand that completely, but I'm glad you came today, Yuki. Me too.
She didn't speak perfectly that afternoon. She paused. She searched for words. She said, me too, when she meant something much bigger. But May understood. And that's what Yuki learned. You don't need perfect English to make a real friend. You need honest English. Before we finish, one confidence tip. Most learners think the goal of a conversation is to say the right thing. But the real goal is to make the other person feel heard. When you say, that's really interesting, tell me more, you're not just filling silence. You're saying, I'm listening, I'm here, you matter to me. That's not just good English, that's good connection. And you can do that right now, at your level, today. In Yuki's next story, she has to do something that terrifies her even more than a cafe or a walk in the park. Next Thursday, I'll show you exactly what she practiced and how she got through it, slowly, together, one phrase at a time. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want more Yuki moments, I post shorts on Mondays and Wednesdays. You're not alone in this. Let's learn without fear together. See you next Thursday.